So today we are looking at STIHL's brand new cordless REA 100 pressure washer. Now STIHL have always made a fantastic range of pressure washers, and the AP range of battery tools is classed as their professional kit. So this machine in front of me actually runs on that range of batteries. But the question is, and I expect for a lot of you, you're thinking the same thing, will it actually do what a professional needs this machine to do? And for many of you, you'll still probably be fairly skeptical about battery cordless tools because, for one, do they give you enough power? And two, does the battery last long enough to actually get all those tasks done? And in this video, hopefully we'll answer all of those questions and concerns about battery tools. Now, it isn't just the REA 100 I have in front of me. I've got 3 other accessories to go with it. Now, I've been pretty excited to get my hands on this because, for one, I love the AP range of battery tools from STIHL, and two, is something a little bit different. Right, accessory wise, I'm going to start with this one, this box here. I have the RA 110, which is a patio cleaner. I have 2, now I'm going to try my German now. I have a Bürstenwalz, or brush roller in English. And the third accessory, and probably the biggest box of the lot, is this, a Fahrwagen, a wagon from afar, mit Wassertank. So yeah, that's my German, that's as good as it gets. But basically, it's a water trolley for this pressure washer to sit on. So you don't need a power source and you don't need running water. Pretty handy attachment to have on this, because a lot of cordless pressure washers that I've seen in the past, you basically have a low pressure water pipe which you've then got to put into a barrel. You've got to take the barrel with you, whereas this rolls around on the top, obviously takes all the weight out of your hand, and it just makes it that much more convenient. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how this actually performs. Right, let's crack open the boxes and see what we get inside. And with a shake of a rattlesnake, we've got our rig. Now that is a fair unit, isn't it? But what I do like about it is how everything is so neat and tidy, and there's a place for everything. Now, as you can see, we put it up on the trolley. It just basically snaps in position. There's like a little tiny ball joint underneath, which it just clicks into. Now, we've got our suction pipe that comes into the water feed in the front. On the back of it as well, we've also got our like a little tool caddy. So it's all set up, ready to go. And we've got our 2 nozzle attachments, or our 2 brush attachments, should I say, to try out later in the video as well. In those boxes, there's a couple of different attachments and fittings. So these will fit on the rest of the STIHL pressure washer range, and on this one we've got a little nozzle which I presume is for different pressures coming out the end. So I've gone for the grey one. There's a white one and a black one, so I'm presuming the grey one is middle pressure, but we'll see, I suppose. But anyway, I think it's time to fill up that tank, get outside, do some washing, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about this machine and all its features. So this STIHL pressure washer runs on a 36 volt battery and uses a low maintenance EC motor, so you get reliable performance without the fuss. With up to 2100 psi of pressure, 150 bar and a flow rate of 300 litres per hour, it's more than capable of tackling tough cleaning jobs. The aluminium high pressure pump makes it durable, and the variable pressure control lets you adjust power to suit the task. You've also got a 6 metre winding hose with anti-twist quick release. At just 6.7 kilos, with a handy transport handle, you'll find it easy to move around. Plus, thanks to intelligent constant power electronics, it delivers consistent power from start to finish. With an AP 500S battery, you'll get up to 50 minutes of runtime. So far, so good. I'm actually thoroughly impressed with this. It's got more power than I thought it was going to have. Now, I used to own an RE 100 Plus. Before we sold up our dealership, I thought I'll buy a few tools so it keeps me going. And actually, I ended up selling it and buying an RE 130. Now that thing has got an immense amount of power. Now I would say this pressure washer sits very comfortably in between the two. So it's giving you more power than your sort of your domestic pressure washer, but probably not quite so much as the big top end electric ones. But I think it's great so far. And I have got some other jobs. Where or not it's going to do it, I don't know, but we'll see if it does later on in the video. But now we've given it a bit of a swill off, I think we ought to get the detergent out and put some chemical or some foam over the top and see how it goes through this machine. So on the side of the unit itself, you've actually got a soap sucker-upper pipe, should I say. So if you want to do any wash or wax or anything like that, you want to go through the machine, it will mix it for you. Now we have diluted it slightly, but obviously it will then dilute it even more when it goes through the machine with the water that comes out. And on the nozzle itself, you can adjust it to a foaming position, or we got a spiral, or we got a fan jet. So we'll put it on the foaming nozzle and see what it does. Now, don't rate my car washing skills, because I'm a little bit like a proper dad when it comes to car washing. Birthdays, funerals and holidays, that's the only time my car gets done. So I'm not that great at it, but it's done a pretty good job. Now, battery charge wise, this is what everyone wants to know. It's got 1 bar charge left. Now, we've been washing for probably about half an hour. So you'd say it's got 10 minutes worth more of run time on there. It's pretty good, I would have said. Now, water-wise, if I was washing a car, I'd probably just try and find a mains hose pipe, put it on, and just keep the machine running, because I've used basically 2.5 tanks and I've had to fill that up to basically do the job. Let's go and find some more areas where potentially you don't have mains and you don't have running water, and a little bit more challenging as well, and actually see what this machine can do. Right, so this is the area where it could sink or swim. I'm going to now use the rotary brush on some pretty grubby areas around the farmyard, and we're even going to try it on the walls here where we've got this sort of, I don't know, crud and mossy stuff, and actually see if this can come into its element. But like I say, I don't know, it could be an absolute flop. So all we do is just take the nozzle off the end of the pressure washer like so, and then this one fits in like that. So you've got like a brushy broom that rotates. Now, this is the first time I've seen this thing in action, so let's give it a go. The 30cm rotating roller brush is perfect for gentle cleaning of sensitive surfaces with your pressure washer. Ideal for wooden decks, patios, facades and garage doors. It's easy to attach with a simple bayonet fitting and features a built-in splash guard to keep you dry. Brushes swap out quickly without tools thanks to the quick release fastener. It comes with hard brushes as standard, or you can choose soft brushes for windows, conservatories and plastics. Well, it's certainly done a thing, hasn't it? It's probably a little bit overkill trying to use it on a farmyard situation, but you know, if you've got patios or decking or anything like that which you've got grime on, yeah, I think that's going to do a really good job, because those bristles on there are pretty coarse as well, so they really do get into it. But probably an area like this, I'd probably just use a pressure washer, to be honest, and scoop it all up. But what about the wall behind me? Should we try it on that? So it is starting to knock the moss off, but there is years of stuff on there that is absolutely ingrained. But it is doing a job, but it would take a long time and it would take a lot of water. So I think we ought to just put the rotary nozzle on, and put it in its what I call like spiralator mode, and see if that knocks it off. Yeah, it's got enough power to do that, and taking all that greenery off. Let's go and try the patio brush now. I have got a green building to clean. Right, so this little puppy in my hands is the RA110 patio brush. Now this unit has actually been on STIHL's lineup for several years, and as you can see, it's got a spinning center with nozzles on the end. These nozzles can be interchanged. You've got 2 different nozzles comes in the packet. So I'm thinking this is a little bit more like a scrubbing brush. Now, what we've got behind us, this walled unit here, it's got a lot of algae, a lot of green on it, so I can really get in there and scrub it away, with obviously having the water pressure involved as well. So it snaps on just like the other bit, where you just have the locating pins, twist it into place, and it's ready to go. And you have also got a pressure adjuster down there as well. So let's give it a go. Oh, look at that! What a job! What a job! I'm impressed. The RA110 is perfect for cleaning large vertical or horizontal areas without spray. With adjustable pressure and interchangeable nozzles, it adapts easily to any task. At 310mm wide, it lets you cover ground quickly. Now, these aren't the only STIHL accessories available. There's a full range of car care, pipe cleaning, garden tidying, extendable and even wet sandblasting attachments. I've dropped a link in the description below so you can explore the range for yourself. That is a cool tool. I was not expecting it to do that. That is pretty incredible, actually. Right, let's go and round up. Now, where do we start? Well, let's start off with a few things that I think could be improved. One being a couple of the little components on the cart, like this water attachment here, a little bit thin, should we say, not the best of quality, so I'd probably upgrade that. Now, the cart itself, it does a purpose for domestic use, I think, or high-end domestic use. I think it's really good because you obviously don't want to be lugging around a barrel of water with you around the garden. But it is a little bit flimsy, and I would kind of like to have a little footrest on the back so you can tip it easily, because you are putting your foot up against the back of the tub to sort of give it that leverage to go. But other than that, I think the unit itself and the pressure washer has got plenty of power. Now, I was a little bit skeptical at the start of the video whether or not it would have that power to do the jobs that I wanted to do around the farm, and it certainly has. It's got us out of trouble in areas where we haven't got water and we haven't got power. Now, it isn't going to replace your, should we say, high-end electric machine, or certainly a petrol. It's not going to do that. But for those jobs around the garden where you can't get anywhere with that power and that water, that ticks the box. And let's move on to the brush attachments. Now, we started off with this one down in the farmyard area, and it was probably a little bit too much for what this is designed for. The mud was thick, there was a lot of heavy moss. These are designed for your patios, your slabs and your decking, which it does a good job. This bit of kit here, absolutely superb. I was not expecting it to do what it did on our unit. Now, I have sold these, it's been in the STIHL lineup for several years, but I've never used one, and I think that is a great attachment for the STIHL pressure washer lineup. So the other thing we were going to address, which we hinted on at the start of this video, was battery runtime. We've used 2 batteries today, both on 25% charge. So theoretically, we have done cleaning the vehicle, we've done the farmyard, and we've done the walls, and we've done the unit on 1.5 battery charge, which I think is pretty damn impressive, to be honest with you. We know we've got the power with it. You could extend the run time by putting a bigger capacity battery in there, or even dropping the power of the machine. So yeah, AP300S battery, but you could use an AP500S if you wanted more runtime. Now, let us know if you are an adopter of battery tools. What do you have in your lineup, and what brands do you favour over others? Now, that is the REA100 from STIHL. We're Machinery Nation, and we bring you product videos every week all about tools and machinery. Please ding the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio!